Welcome to Good Sports. I'm Quintin Harlan.
And I'm George Bremer.
And today we're talking real quick about the Indiana Pacers and the wrap up their 08-09 season, 36 wins this year. I don't know if you would call it that improvement or not over last season, but the question on the table is how close is this team to getting back to playoff contention? Not contending for a championship, but contending for the playoffs.
I think very close. I mean, you're 3 games out this year, and you're looking at a team that if it was healthy, I think it was a playoff team this year. And the number one thing they have is the number one thing you need in the NBA right now, and that is a clear star. This team's going to run through Danny Granger, and now it's all about putting the pieces around him to make him a better playoff team.
I think Granger is definitely your foundation. He's the guy that's going to fill that void that Reggie Miller left when he retired a couple years ago. But the pieces you got to put around, I think you got to start with Roy Hibbert. He's got to continue to develop as a big guy. I mean, the Indiana Pacers were nice and fun to watch back when we were in high school in the mid-'90s and everything, but until Rick Smits developed into an offensive presence, they really were just going to be a one-trick pony, and that was if Reggie Miller could hit an outside jump shot or not. With Danny Granger, he's a lot more versatile. He can take it to the rack. He can shoot that jump shot. Hibbert's got to continue to develop that low-post game and be a more dominant presence on the defensive end of the floor. Your point guard situation right now to me is solid. Jared Jack and T.J. Ford, and when they got T.J. Ford, you and I were both wondering if he was going to hold up.
You worry about his neck.
Right, and his back and everything else. The issues you're going to have this summer, I think, are you're probably going to have to flip a coin on Troy Murphy or Jeff Foster. Mm-hmm. They're pretty much the same type of player as far as what they do with their hustle, their rebound, and their defense. It's who's going to give you more production on the offensive end of the floor, and both guys have shown they can score at least 15 a night.
Yep.
Mike Dunleavy, he's the big question mark right now because we don't know if he's going to be playing basketball ever again or if he's going to be following his dad into coaching after knee surgery.
Yeah, and that would be a big blow, obviously, because Dunleavy, when he's healthy, he's been one of those complements to Granger that they need. Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing is going to be the big man that can score, but, everybody in the NBA is looking for that. There is going to be a lottery pick coming into the mix. It's probably not, unless the ball's bounced their way, going to be a big man that can score. So then you have to start looking at free agency.
Yeah. I think, aside from the big man, I still think you need to upgrade your two-guard position. I mean, I have no complaints against the Rush brothers, Kareem or Brandon. I just think you need to improve that spot if you can. I know Dwayne Wade's going to be a free agent this year. He's going to be the one on everybody's radar.
Oh, yeah.
And if the Pacers want to get in on that sweepstakes, they will have to open the checkbook, which I don't know if they want to do.
That's going to be a big one because obviously a guy like Wade is a game changer. He's going to change the way the franchise looks. He's going to change the way the expectations are perceived. But I think one of the biggest things they're going to need too is more fan support. You talk about Indiana, and one of the biggest things is how important basketball is here. That becomes a lot harder to sell when you simply don't have people coming out to the arena.
No, and like I said, I mean, the economic issues aside that everybody's dealing with this year, and their entertainment dollar is having to be stretched thinner than ever, I still think it goes back to that brawl in Detroit and the hangover that's still here from that.
Yeah. A
lot of Pacer fans were, we were all upset that Detroit basically got off scot-free almost, but the Pacers, put on a public relations standpoint, did not do themselves any favor. All I had to do is say Jamal Tinsley, and everybody cringes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think they're taking baby steps away from that. I think this year, more than the improvement in the win total or anything else, I think the biggest improvement that you saw from the Pacers is the fact that they have started to walk away from that image and started to, a lot of those guys are no longer with the team. Mm-hmm. I know there was kind of an image of troublemakers, and now it looks like, they're starting to be molded in the Danny Granger image, and maybe the Danny Granger era has begun.
Well, here's hoping. So there's our take on the Pacers, and we'll see you next time.